funny. There's a role-playing system called The End,
Hmm.
and there's actually a stat called ennui, and it's you gain it if you're like alone for long periods of time,
Hmm.
and if you have too much, I think you like basically stop doing anything or something like that. Like you just become a
Hmm?
vegetable.
What is ennui?
It's rough.
Melancholy.
Yeah,
It's French.
I don't understand.
It's depression, basically.
Ah, okay.
like existential depression.
Yeah.
Goaded. So that's not a normal thing.
Or here you go. Technical definition: a feeling of utter weariness and discontent resulting from satiety or lack of interest, boredom. So
Hmm. Alrighty.
there you go.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now then, last session we had a bit of a side adventure with the Marine contingent, and their numbers dwindled a bit. Um, they technically completed their mission in rescuing Lieutenant Romero, although they were supposed to potentially rescue the other scientists as well, but things happened to them. And that was not able to be done. And then they came back with a total of like 2 3/4 Marines. Or at least they are on their way back with that many.
Wait, wouldn't it be 2.5?
And then how much of a Ramiro and how much of a Tata we're counting.
Oh, you're right. 2 3/4. Yeah. No, you're right.
So what has everybody else back at the colony, there was said there was about a 3-day time skip that has happened, and what has everybody been up to in those last 3 days?
Just for a recap, after the last session, between then and like the 3 days, news has been getting around the colony that there is this unknown mystery ruins, right? That's like
Yeah,
started.
it started getting explored and everything like that. Over the last 3 days, they've been mapping it and everything like that, and the mining and whatnot has mostly stopped in that as far as like mining out ore and everything like that, and now they're trying to just actually go around and excavate the actual structure itself.
Right.
Yeah.
So over the past 3 days for Jukes, he was initially helping out Robin on her job, kind of learning some of the ropes of what she does.
Mm-hmm.
And when news broke out, he definitely wanted to like go charging the front into exploring that. But initially he was kind of obligated to stick around with what he promised he was going to help out with as far as Robin's concerned. And then he would have also been kind of roped into doing some maintenance on the ships
Mm-hmm.
in the ship terminal. So it's one of these things where he's like, stupid obligations getting in the way, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So
It's like damn job needing to be done. The thing I'm
Exactly.
getting paid for.
yep. So I would say over those past 3 days, he's been unable to, skip out and attempt to, Leroy Jenkins it. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens after this, after our time skip.
Mm-hmm. How about Mr. Nelson? What has Nelson been doing the last few days?
Nelson's been kind of trying to keep to himself and still do work while not really thinking too hard on what he and I'm sorry, the name escapes me at the moment. Like found at the fucking temple. Not temple, but tomb with the big
The ruins.
spherical object.
Yeah. Ruins. Just we'll go with ruins.
Yeah, the ruins. There we go. That works. Yeah, he's just trying not to think too hard on it, and just hope that nothing really comes out of it, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
That it's just old dusty shit, not haunted or anything.
Mm-hmm. Insert "this is fine" meme.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's cool. But yeah.
There you go. Alright, what about Sean, Mr. Anderton?
Sean would be going over the details that he was able to pull
Yeah.
out.
Actually, Sean, you've actually been getting buried in quite a bit of paperwork because of all of this, and having to, since you were kind of leading the project and everything like that, you have been having to have a lot of correspondence with Wayland Yutani headquarters, or at least the closest relay station that has somebody of importance, with sending as much detail as possible of everything that's been found.
Yes.
Peter, I have a question related to that. Would Wayland Yutani be upset that the mining has stopped because of this, or is this something they are?
So Wayland Yutani definitely prioritizes extraterrestrial discoveries over ore mining.
Okay.
They mainly because all of the real major technological advances that have been made have been due to discoveries like this.
Gotcha.
And they want to have basically sole proprietorship over that technology.
Makes sense.
So, but other than being buried in paperwork, what has Sean been up to?
Other than being buried in paperwork, I imagine he's probably just trying to relax back at their apartment, their condo, I guess you would call it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Possibly going through a little bit more wine than he normally would.
Well, and that's already an exorbitant amount anyway. But most likely, yeah, they're buying it by the case now instead of by the bottle.
And Mr. Ransom,
It's me.
what has Ransom been doing the last 3 days?
Oh, basically, in order to up his skills, he's been working out at the gym, and he's been sort of tinkering. Actually, he's tinkering with Timmy just to more out of curiosity than anything to see how he became sentient or semi-sentient or intelligence. So, when he's not working, he's been doing that and keeping tabs on his various open cases.
Okay.
Wait, you were cutting out there. Just a second.
No, I just said okay. That was
Cool.
girlfriend saying stuff at the TV. Okay. So, here's the Earth. All right, so pick up my notes. So yeah, the last couple days have been pretty busy as far as the colony with the exploration and excavation of the ruins. Like I said, mining operations have shifted gears from prioritizing the ore mining to the actual excavation of the structure itself. Sean, as part of kind of a lot of the as part of the paperwork communications with Weyland-Yutani headquarters, not necessarily more, but different staff has been requested, including like xenoarchaeologists and the like to come in and to actually be able to study the structure itself in detail. But in the meantime, you've been trying to kind of, oversee the geology and biology teams that have been trying to document everything about the structure and its contents. Jukes, despite your best efforts, you've been having a lovely time with Robin. You're still trying to not get attached and whatnot, but Robin kind of seems to be just like, probing you a bit as y'all have been interacting more.
Yep.
And Mr. Ransom, you have recently gotten a call to head down into the mine, as it seems like an incident has occurred which has stopped all production, as there seems to be there seems to have been a body found.
Oh no. All right, I'll head that way. Suit up.
It was Mr. Sharp in the cavern with the candlestick.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Nonsense.
Congratulations, you've solved the case. GG. But yeah, so it seems when you get down there, it seems that one of the miners excavating the one of the miners that has been excavating the site and everything like that seems to have been, well, it has been killed. And it's the cause of death is pretty obvious. There is a big hole in his chest cavity, and it's kind of looking around. You see, blood and everything like that. There's definitely seems to be a sign of a struggle of some sort.
Really? All right, let's see. I don't think I have any medical skill. Let me check. I'm trying to think what kind of. I mean, obviously, I'm going to do I mean, is there anything that an observation roll would pick up that I wouldn't get just, taking my time looking around?
Depends on how, if you're just trying to do like a quick search or a, excuse me, or a very thorough search.
Well, I was hoping to pull out like, one of those, like Willem Dafoe and the Boondock Saints, you know what I'm talking about.
Right,
Like
it's basically
a
like, are you spending like 15 minutes or are you spending like a good hour or so like looking around the crime scene?
I mean, I'm going to try. I mean, first things first, I'm going to determine like if there's really any obvious signs, like where the assailant might have gone, or if there's any obvious points of entry or exit.
Right. Well, I mean, there are lots of entry and exit areas. It's a fairly large cavernous area. Actually, let me pull up the mine area real quick. Boop. So you...
I do. All right, I am an investigator. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Ransom has a job. So I mean, I can definitely use my investigator talent. So I'll just do that if that works.
Yeah, if you want to just use your investigator talent, go ahead. So you roll for observation. Let's see. When you spend a turn in a room or similar location, you can roll for observation. Only one attempt is allowed. For each you roll, you may ask GM one of the following questions. Okay. So yeah, if you want to use your investigator's talent, go right ahead.
A whole lot of nothing. He's just thinking too hard about artificial intelligence.
Do you want to push the roll?
Yes, I do.
All right. Add 1 stress.
This is not the time for daydreaming. There we go.
There we go.
All right, so
I assume that the written in there is like missing the little success sign on there. So I'm assuming it's for each success you roll, you can answer a question.
yeah, so it's those 3 questions, right? At least I think I've got the full. Let me double check my PDF.
Is this a general talent or a martial talent?
I think it's
a
It's a
martial
martial
talent.
talent. Yeah, it is. Yeah, for each success you roll, you can ask the GM one of the following questions. What happened here? Is there anything hidden? If so, where? And are there any details here that are out of place, something that's out of the ordinary?
I will ask what happened here and what is hidden here, and if so, where.
Okay. So, uh, so you go ahead and put your headphones in, and the classical music starts playing as you begin taking apart the scene. As you find a few things, you find obviously first you see the body first, and the apparent hole in his chest. Looking around, you can see that it looks like there was definitely more than one person here, and there is a trail of blood that kind of leads toward the excavation site itself. Looking around further, you see the personal basically the equivalent of what a pickaxe is for now. I don't remember exactly what it is. It's like this hydraulic basically it's a pickaxe with like a hydraulic reinforcement or whatever to basically like allow them to like hit harder with less energy kind of thing.
Like a Fallout Super Sledgehammer, but
Yeah.
like a gotcha.
That is also you find that kind of nearby, but down the way, also having blood on it. You can deduce that that is the likely murder weapon in this case.
Okay.
So finding all the little pieces here, a la Batman Arkham Asylum, you're able to kind of piece together things that happened. It looks like somebody was trying to go toward the excavation site without being seen and was found. And the miner who found them probably tried to stop them, and then a confrontation ensued, which possibly resulted in the murder of said miner.
I see. And so the hidden thing there is the hydraulic pick.
The hidden thing there was would have actually been sorry, I forgot this detail. The hidden thing here would have been you found a spot that looks like somebody was basically kind of sitting there for quite a while. Just kind of like based on dust and sediment displacement. So that's how you kind of like get that somebody seems to have been possibly waiting for everybody to leave for the day, probably.
So basically some sort of infiltrator came by and killed this person.
Mm-hmm.
I see. Well, and so this leads directly into that that excavated site that Ransom has actually been in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm going to call it in and say it seems pretty likely that we've got some sort of trespasser in the excavation site. Hard to tell whether he's in there now, but for now, work can continue. probably not a threat to continued mining, but I'll call in backup if I can to sweep the site and look for this intruder.
Okay. All right. Okay. Anything else that you're gonna do? Are you gonna go? Are you going to go in yourself ahead of time, or are you going to wait?
I'll go ahead myself. But I'll let the cavalry know I'm heading in.
Okay. So this place is fairly large, and right now so basically right now it is kind of like um after like everybody has more or less left for the day, and basically like how the body got called in is that like somebody went back because hey, their buddy hasn't like come out yet, so they're gonna go see what happened. And so this is kind of like definitely after shift, so you are like uh you and there's maybe like one or two other deputy marshals with you are the only ones down there.
Mm. Okay. Well, we have to at least well, also I'd want to get in touch with whoever was the authority to or to like whoever's excavating the site, whoever is uh, you know
The person who is overall overseeing the entire excavation is Anderton. Um, and then there are obviously people in each department who report to him.
Okay. In that case, yeah, I'll do a cursory search of the premises of the excavation to see if I can at least find um, any significant evidence, or at least I'll see if I can find any evidence around the entrance of anyone who's been in here more recently than the initial sort of incursion into it.
Right.
If that's not possible, then go back and
That will
go
take
back to it.
that will definitely take an observation roll in order to find, because just kind of like looking around and whatnot, it's really hard to determine who's been here like for how long, because there's been constantly coming and going of people.
Sure. Okay. One success.
Okay. So with one success, you are able to tell. You are definitely able to tell like what are the basically like the fresher footprints, and signs, as opposed to the ones that had like happened like yesterday.
Sure. All right. I'll follow these new footprints.
There's quite a few. There's like quite a few sets of various various prints. You are able, like I said, you are able to just kind of figure out what is done from today and which was done not from today.
All right. In that case, I'll note these directions and I guess start the process of I'll step inside them like they're snow prints, sort of, and just see if there's anyone still around.
Okay. Um. Okay. How long are you gonna take on this? Are you gonna just try and like, basically like, are you spending a good amount of time to do this, or just kind of like, nope, that's that, that's that, that's that, that's that.
Um, you know, It's a good question, I guess. I'll spend some time doing this. I don't have anything else going on. And I'm curious about who might be a murderer around here. That's, relevant to my interests.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, in going through all of these, you eventually find prints in the dirt and everything like that that seem a bit heavier set than the rest of them.
Hmm. I'll definitely follow these folks.
And yeah, they lead directly into the ruins itself.
I see. Well, in that case, I'll. Is it possible to call in here just to let them know where I'm going? But I'm gonna go in.
I mean, the signal's a little rough down here, but like there's so like radio communication in the actual like level that you're in. By the way, you are down here on the lower right map. You're in this area right here.
Okay.
So like communication in this part of the like talking to somebody in this part of the cavern is more or less fine, but direct radio communication to the surface is spotty, just kind of due to the interference of various ores and minerals and everything like that. And so there's usually a call up like landline almost
Sure. Yeah.
near
If
the
there's like,
entrance of the thing.
gotcha. Yeah. I mean, if there's like a relay to like somewhere else in the mine where like the miners are working, or like a switchboard, that sort of thing, I can pass that on.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, go to the landline and
Okay.
report in.
Do you go yourself, or are you just sending just one of your deputies to go do it?
Can we go together?
I mean, you can. Well, if you go yourself, they're gonna follow you. But if you, I was just asking, it's like, are you sending one of your deputies to do it while you go in, or are you going yourself to like call up on it?
Oh, I'll let the deputy call up, and then I'll start going in.
Okay. Okay, so like I said, you have like two deputies with you. You send one off to do that. Do you just have the other one like stay near the entrance, or is he coming with you?
He'll come with me.
He's gonna come with you? Okay. Okay. So. Let's see here. Oh, we still got the old icons from other people here. So at this point, the floor plan at least has been kind of laid out. So you generally know like which way is which. Let's see here. Where is the reveal? There we go. So over the last, few days, they've been able to at least map out the top floor plan here.
And the yellow dots are weird, like blocked off places, or
the yellow dots are basically doorways.
okay.
Stairs, right?
Those are the greenish ones.
Oh, okay.
So, you are starting down the entrance that has been basically oops. Don't mean to move that like that. Stop it. Why won't it let me click?
Are you just trying to put his character on the map?
No, I'm trying to be able to actually like click thing.
Which quadrant are we in?
So you're at the basically at the very bottom of the map here, where this like bottom hallway is down here.
All right, right or left?
Here we go. Options.
There we go. There you go. Okay.
It still won't let me click.
Although I would note it might be advantageous. It's a good
There we go.
point to maybe switch to another character if we want to do that for a little while.
Okay. But yeah, you're starting in this area down here, and you begin exploring, and yeah, we are going to actually switch to Mr. Jukes here.
Oh, hi.
Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Jukes, you are spending some more time with Robin, helping her out with her things.
Yep.
So, what is it that you are doing exactly?
So the days before, he's it's kind of a combination of the normal, I guess, day-to-day jobs that she's had to do that he's helping out with. So
Mhm.
just like, I mean, not every day is going to have people that need attention. I imagine there's, just paperwork or whatnot.
Mhm.
Um, but when there are people to attend, he's, kind of like being the intern nurse, so to speak, the, go for this, give me that. And he's, by proxy kind of learning some of the basics. When when there's more downtime, they've, as alluded to before, he's, well, attempting not to get too attached. Can't be helped to have small talk.
Right. So during today, kind of near the end, she comes up to you and asks if you want to go get a drink when she gets off.
Hmm. He says yes, but there's definitely a tone that he can't hide that, he maybe is just saying it more out of politeness. As he's definitely got other things on his mind as of late, and the itch is there.
Okay. Let's see here. Mr. Jukes. So you're trying to you say yes, but are you trying to actually hide this emotion, or are you just kind of like
He would have he'd be attempting to hide it, but think I just don't think he'd be successful at it.
Okay.
Like, it's one of these things where I don't, as a player, I don't want to bother rolling for it. I just don't think he would be successful at hiding that
Yeah.
intent.
Okay. So she kind of like looks at you and she just kind of gives a slightly exasperated sigh. She's like, "What?"
Well, come on, you've heard the news, right? It's ruins.
Yeah. Not
This
much
isn't.
not much that we can not much that we can really do about it.
I mean, if we just let ourselves sit on the sidelines, no. But I gotta figure a way to get in there. I can't
Why?
let this slip by.
It's empty from what they've said. There's nothing in there. It's like, some, you know, wall carvings that look like old caveman drawings.
Whatever. I mean, that's what the scientists say. I bet I could find something though. And he's just like, his eyes are like daydreaming off to the side. He's got visions that he's somehow, for theological reasons, going
Seeing
to be.
himself as Indiana Jones.
Yeah, exactly.
She kind of looks at you too. It's like, look, Brooklyn, you're not some Hollywood movie action star that's going to blow, blow open some kind of revelation and discovery that, that the science teams haven't already found. This is real life. It's not fiction.
Yes. He's just got.
Now, as fun as rummaging through a dusty old ruin sounds, you can instead come with me later on after I get off, have some drinks, and actually have a good time.
Kind of hard to argue with that logic, isn't it? And he gets a little smile.
See, you're finally learning things. I was wondering when that thick head of yours would open up. And after that point, one of the other med techs comes out of one of the rooms and asks, where's Mr. Robinson? Like, what? At least I think that's the name that I gave him.
Oh, right, the guy that Jukes initially found
Yeah.
some sessions ago. I forget his name too. But
Yeah, I was trying to look through the old like notes and everything like that, but I couldn't find the what I'd actually put him down as.
yeah, I did not note myself.
Yeah, I keep meaning to, and so anytime I've been, but I keep forgetting. So anytime I've like made notes of it, it's like the executive.
Mr. Executive.
Yep. It's like he's gone. Where did he go? And Robin looks like, I don't know. He was there the last time when when we changed to when we changed out when we changed everything out. And the other med tech curses and picks up the phone and uh, looks like she is calling in a missing or escaped persons as you overhear her over the phone obviously calling the marshal's office.
Mm.
So
Yeah, the interest perks a bit, but after the conversation he just had, he tries to do his best to like, oh no, nope, I'm not doing anything about that. Nope, that's got other things to do. That's the expressions running across his face.
Mm-hmm. Robin looks at you as all like, and just tells you like, okay, okay, seeing as we're having an actual like crisis right now, you need to go and let us figure out what happened here, and I'll call you later.
All right, Robin.
She she gives you she gives you a wave and kind of like hurries into the room that the other medtech came out of to figure out what the hell just happened.
Right on. Well, given the situation, then it probably doesn't make sense for Jukes to be around anymore because he was unofficially kind of helping out.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so he is going to take this opportunity then to get back to his apartments, and he isn't quite sure if this emergency is going to give him an opportunity to be free tonight, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to rush too quickly to jump on that opportunity, but he is going to see if he can contact Mr. Anderton, because he feels like maybe if he can chat with Mr. Anderton and, well, if for some reason a important Wayland Yutani executive needs him to do something, well, I mean, that's out of his control then at that point if he has to do something else.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's his plan.
Okay. So are you gonna go over there in person, or are you gonna just kind of ring him up?
I'm going to ring him up.
All right, Mr. Anderton, you're getting a call.
I'm in the apartment. I'm going to look over at the caller ID and roll my eyes in disgust. And I'm going to pour myself another glass and then accept the call.
Mr. Anderton, how are things going? I haven't heard from you in a while.
I've been busy, Mr. Jukes. What can I do for you?
Oh, well, I was actually seeing if there was anything I could do for you. I know you're a very busy man. There's this new development I've been hearing about. Some sort of unknown structure, and you and I, if I may be so bold to go to say that we've developed a relationship, so to speak.
Well,
And if there's anything I can do to assist you.
that is a very bold claim indeed, Mr. Jukes. What are you offering exactly? I know you pilot ships, so I'm not sure how a pilot would be very useful in an archaeological expedition
That's
in a
just my
mine.
day. That's just my day job. We all have other interests.
And what are your other interests, Mr. Jukes?
I like to think I have a eye for spotting things. I like to think that if the other marshals and uh, muscle, so to speak, are busy with other matters, and you're asked to uh, re- do any sort of investigation of your own. You might want someone that you can count on to have your back if there's any, uh, you know, instability in the structure, and you need someone to get you get you over a gap or be the first to scope out a place that.
Hmm. Well, you did prove reliable in the investigation about the theft of our mechanical parts.
That's
That is
right.
true. Let me meet with you tomorrow morning. Um, let's meet at 800 hours outside of my office in the administrative center.
Sounds good.
And I'll see if we will have any openings in the team going down to the temple.
Understood.
All right. Well, I'll see you at 800.
Good chatting with you.
Goodbye.
And with that, I think Jukes is just going to kind of lean back in the seat he was in, got a chuffed look on his face,
Like,
and
oh yeah, it's all coming
oh,
together.
exactly. And
Oh yeah, it's all
But
coming together.
your evening is still free, however.
it might be free. We don't know how long this emergency is that Robin was called into was going for. So he he for I guess, is it the afternoon, morning? I
This
don't
would
know.
be the evening, or getting close. Like, uh, it's past like normal quitting time for most people. Like, it would probably be about 7-ish in the evening if you're going on a 12-hour time.
Gotcha.
My brain didn't wouldn't convert to 24-hour time fast enough. Was that 1,500 hours? No, it's like 1,900 hours. Anyway.
Right. So he would probably spend a little bit of time at, like, having dinner, uh, things of that nature, just to kind of see, like, all right, has he heard back from Robin yet? After, as he's having his meal and stuff like that.
Um, she sent you a text saying that she has left and that she is going to go back to her place for a minute to freshen up, take a shower, all that kind of stuff.
Okay. So it sounds like the emergency in question has, at least for her part, been resolved. She's not still occupied with that
Yeah.
from the sounds of things.
Someone else is taking care of it.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, gotta, he's trying to stick with his word. So, he's gonna meet her. Maybe she'll have a story to tell. We'll see.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Nelson Sharp.
Yo.
You, sir, are getting a phone call.
Oh, I am.
Mm-hmm.
Who might that be?
Unknown number. Which is
Nelson's
weird
gonna
because
look at it.
everybody has like an actual like communication thing.
Yeah. Nelson's going to look at it and kind of wince a little bit, and then ignore it.
Your phone rings again. Same thing.
Nelson's gonna look at this thing and just like very sternly like give it a not like a glare but like an annoyed like who the fuck are you kind of a thing, and then just
Mhm.
immediately decline.
It rings again.
Oh my fucking god. Looks at the number. It's like all right, answer is what? Who is this? What do you want?
Boss.
What the fuck? Timmy? Timmy, is that you? What the fuck are you doing? How are you?
He's crazy, boss. He's done things to me.
What do you mean he's done what are you on about?
I don't know how much more of this I can take. I think I'm about to spill the beans.
I don't understand. W-
You gotta break me out, boss. Prison life's no time for me.
This
I'm cracking under the pressure, boss.
Timmy, I'm sorry. There's something I'm still not quite understanding on how you're actually going through any of this, and I just, my brain does not quite comprehend what is happening right now. So I'm going to just, I'm just going to put my phone down, and I'm just going to go back to what I was doing beforehand. Okay, all right.
Boss, you
Goodbye.
gotta help me. You gotta get me out of here.
Hangs up.
The wall. Phone rings again.
Oh my god. Nelson's gonna look at it. Is it the same number?
Yep.
Oh my fucking hell. Nelson's gonna answer it.
You heartless bastard.
What do you, Timmy? How
What
even?
about all the good times we've had?
How do you even exist?
Look, you're the one who programmed me. I'm just here.
Yeah, I got you off of like one of them commercial TV things, and I put you together. I didn't expect you to have sentience.
No one expects their life to be the way it is, boss, but here we are.
I don't know how to answer this.
Just get me out of here, boss.
Fucking hell. I'm just no. You get yourself out. I'm sure I'm sure you have the capabilities.
He put me in a trash can, boss.
Hmm. See, now that seems like you're looking at a challenge and not doing anything about it. No, I'm kidding. Do you even know where you are?
It's dark in here, boss.
It's dark in here. Are you still in the trash can?
Yes.
Wait, so okay. You've been in the trash can for how long now? And are you telling me that you haven't recharged or anything?
He takes me out sometimes.
He takes you out of the trash can, he recharges you, and then he puts you back in the trash can.
The waterboarding's not too great. The torture, boss. The torture. I don't know how much longer I can last.
I don't understand how you're actually alive and working in general. But oh my god. All right, where the fuck are you? Do you even know?
He like, I mean, like, he's basically in Ransom's apartment. Is where he's at.
Mm,
I mean, like you. Well, he did say he was taking Timmy in for evidence. So, as far as you know, he's in
mm.
an evidence locker. But
I'm not gonna fucking break into an officer's apartment. Fuck that.
but he he can send you his like location, like kind of like a GPS point. Like he's basically kind of like spoofed his own like PDT signal, and you can actually like track that if you wanted to.
Mm. All right, Timmy. I'll tell you what. Give me some time, and I'll try to think something up in order to bust you out, so to speak. Okay, is that all right?
I knew I could count on you, boss.
Okay. All right. I'll have to see you then. Okay. All right. I'm gonna hang up the phone now. Okay. Goodbye. And Nelson goes back to what he was doing beforehand.
Phone rings one more time.
Oh my fucking god. Timmy, please. I beg of you, stop calling.
You're really gonna come, right, boss? You're not just saying that.
No, yes, I'll be over there, but I have to think of something because it's like I'm not just going to just up and over and not think about doing what you're asking me to do.
We don't know when he's
Right.
gonna come back, though, boss. He's weird.
Okay, well, I'll be over there as soon as I can, Timmy. Okay, goodbye.
He's not human, boss. He's not. He's a monster.
Does Nelson even have anything going on? Like, is like this after work or before the day even started? I
Yeah,
can't.
it's like this is like after and everything like that.
Okay. Ah, fucking hell.
So,
What's Ransom even doing at the moment?
Ransom is investigating a murder. That's what Ransom's
Okay,
doing right now. You don't know that.
I don't know that.
You just know, according to Timmy, he's not home.
Hmm. I don't know where Ransom's apartment is, do I?
I mean, like I said, so Timmy's like basically spoofed his own PDT,
Hmm.
and so like you can follow that.
Okay. Um. So where would that be on the map?
Uh, about 3 floors down from you.
Just 3 floors down. Okay. Well. Nelson's gonna get off the sofa or wherever the fuck he's on. And it's probably the hab
So,
bed
question:
or
are you
something.
actually gonna go help Timmy, or are you just gonna say fuck it?
You know, that's a good question. We're gonna find out here in a little bit.
Is it
And
worth breaking into an officer of the law's apartment to save your Roomba?
not really. Not really. But
You, you monster.
yeah, well, I don't know. There's nothing really else for Nelson to do except for go down 3 floors and look around for a little bit. But
Say you made an attempt.
yeah, made an attempt, and if Timmy calls back, then Nelson can say it's like, there's too many witnesses. I couldn't do anything about it. I'm sorry. You're on your own. Kind of a thing. So, this is down in the lobby, right? Or is this just 3 floors down on a different floor?
Like it's on a different apartment floor.
Okay. Um.
I mean, like if you wanted to, you could follow like the little PDT signal that he's sent to your device or anything like that, or you could literally go down to the lobby, look up the resident directory, and find his apartment.
Okay. Nelson's gonna follow the GPS blip thing and just kind of look in that general direction
Okay.
and see if there's any kind of people around and whatnot.
I mean, there's like one or two people like walking around, going to the elevators, coming from their own apartments, going to them, etc.
Hmm. All right.
You could potentially wait for there to not be anybody there easily enough if you wanted to actually attempt to do something.
Hmm. Nelson's going to go directly up to the door and knock a couple of times.
Okay. I mean, nobody answers.
Hmm. Well, I tried. All right. Well, Nelson's gonna turn around and probably see a vending machine or something like that, and get a drink out of the vending machine, and just gonna go right back up to his room. Okay. Um, how much would a drink be like? Is it just normal
Like,
money current?
yeah, it's like a couple credits.
Okay. Let me see here real quick. It's very important. Very lore-driven currency.
Exactly right. Like, how much is a vending machine drink? This is the most important detail of the campaign.
Okay. I think that's basically it.
Okay.
How much is Timmy's life worth? About $2.
Tree
About
fitted.
$2. Shit, that's right. Negative 50 cents. Okay. I'm not sure what else to really do at this point, so yeah. There's nothing really going on for Nelson, I'm sorry.
No, I know. Just want to see if you would actually try and break into Ransom's apartment for Timmy's sake. The answer to
Nah.
that is no. Okay. Well, back to Ransom.
Me.
Mhm. So, yes, Mr. Ransom, you are down here uh, ex- exploring the ruins for yourself.
That's right.
So, yeah, like I say, so you started off right around this area right here, which is where the entrance was kind of carved into. So, which way are you gonna go? You gonna head left? You gonna head right?
I'm gonna head right.
Okay. Come to the corner. You see the other hallways. You know that it leads to this room here. Just gonna You gonna keep going? Yeah. Also, are you just kind of like going in, like walking through, or are you trying to be stealthy at all?
I'm walking through, but I mean, is there any? Am I still able to like follow that heavy tread that was there before, or is it lost?
Um, the dirt and sediment isn't as thick here, so you can't really tell how. Like, you can see footprints and stuff like that. Like, there was dust and everything like that, but it's like there's been a lot of foot traffic at this point, and so it's kind of blended in.
Gotcha.
because the floor you're standing on is definitely hard. So you're kind of going in blind at this point.
Understood. In that case, yeah, I'll just be looking around for signs of activity or disturbance. Not being super stealthy because I'm trying to be attentive more than stealthy.
Okay. Yep. So you get into this room here. You see some of the petroglyphs and everything that have been kind of talked about on the walls.
Interesting. But it's not why I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Which way are you going next?
I'm gonna go east to here.
Going in there. All right. So looking around, you see like you've seen like you see a bunch of like as you like been going into the room, so like you've seen like actual like equipment and stuff like that that the science teams have brought in and everything like that. So these rooms are like they're lit, but they're lit from like lights and stuff like that. Like they've been pointing them like at the walls and everything like that. So like there's not direct light like everywhere, so you're still kind of like having to like take your flashlight and kind of move around stuff, but there's crates of equipment and everything like that, and various other technical gadgets and doodads.
I see.
But no perp.
Oh, I didn't expect so. Let's see. Well, I'll keep going. I mean, there's just basically looking for any signs of disturbance or activity, and I'll go up north.
Okay. More of the same. I mean, a lot of the equipment's kind of dispersed around. You see some of like the I guess stone crates, I guess is what they've kind of called them, that have been like on the kind of like in some of these rooms. But no, but you still don't see your guy.
I'll inspect the crates just in case. But I mean, I'm basically just going to be going room to room, looking for anything or looking and listening. So, I mean, as long as I'm able to do that, I'm going to do that. So,
Yeah, you're
until I get some.
You're not quite like
Go ahead.
just kind of like listening and stuff like that. Like you're not quite sure how well sound actually travels room to room. Like each of the doors and everything like that are fairly heavy as they open and close behind you. And so since you don't really have anybody else down here with you, you can't really determine more or less if you would actually be able to hear anything outside of whatever current room you'd be in.
I see. Okay. Well, I'll search a few more rooms. I'll search a few like one or two rooms in every direction. So, basically up to here, there, and basically just not too deep, but I want to at least make a cursory search of these places
Well,
before I head back.
it's gonna again like it's one of those things where it's like depending on like how thorough you're being, it's gonna take you quite a while going from each room to room because like these rooms are fairly large. You know, they're not like the rooms in your apartment building or anything like that. Like probably the smallest room that you've been into could fit like your apartment and then some.
Gotcha. All right. Well, in that case, I'll just be, making cursory searches of like for if there have been like recent activity, like blood or obvious signs of disturbance or movement, aside from what's clearly the Weyland-Yutani folks.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. Like, so you said you went like here, 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 and then up here. Are you just kind of continuing in this like general direction, or would you say you would have turned back from that direction?
Continue going. I'll probably continue going to these two here, and then back down.
Okay. So up, around, and then when you get back to here, you're heading here, or are you just like heading out at that point?
I'm headed out at that point. Or basically, I'll make a circuit. Like, I'll hit these two and then I'll leave.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. Yeah, give me an observation check.
Nada.
Nada. Do you want to push that check or no?
I do. I didn't come all this way just to go on a nice weird walk. Ah. Okay, so I do panic.
Mm-hmm.
I panic.
Yeah, just hit the panic button and should roll it for you. Yeah, you're fine. Nothing happens on a 6 or lower, so.
I cough slightly. Or I just sneeze.
So as you are coming back around, like so you come down through here, you decide to take this hallway here and up into like this room right here, right? And as you get up here and open the doors to like kind of like come into this hallway to go into this room, you do actually start to hear somebody.
Oh. Can you describe what I'm hearing?
Intelligible noises or unintelligible noises. It sounds like somebody might be saying something, but you can't really make out what it is.
See. Well, I'll start moving in the direction of the sound if I can, at a stealthily.
Okay.
That would be a mobility.
Yeah, that is mobility.
Which I suck at, but I'm gonna try it anyway.
All right.
Nice. Cool. And that actually gets me, if I want to upgrade my mobility in the future, I can do that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So you make your way into this room, and you can hear. This room isn't really that as lit up as as the other ones. There's like one or two lights in here that are kind of illuminating the stuff on the walls. But you can kind of you can make out more of what sounds like somebody is saying. Sounds like there's somebody in here somewhere.
It sounds like somebody's breaking in.
Mm-hmm. Kind of sounds like a frantic mumbling, I guess is the best way to describe it.
Let's see. Can I, if I move around so that there's no one in the light, or my eyes adjust and can I locate where the sound is coming from?
Yeah, you're trying to like pinpoint in and look. It sounds like it's coming from like the corner of the room over here.
I see. I will approach slowly with my gun drawn.
Mm-hmm. So with your weapon drawn and closing in on the on there, you kind of have your flashlight up, and you can definitely see the form of someone over there. And how close do you get?
I get within, say, God, I can't even remember like how close you want to get with something. Like obviously not within actual reaching distance, like an arm's reach, probably like 10 paces, a good duel's length,
Mm-hmm.
And I say, howdy.
It's kind of like in there. It's like kind of looks up at you in the light, and
no sudden.
The look on his face is a kind of possibly like he's definitely not all there.
I see. Easy now, sailor.
It seems like he's wearing a hospital gown.
Really? Is he bloody, or is he just dirty, or is there anything? Yeah. He is bloody.
And dirty.
Bloody and dirty.
It also looks like he's also looks like he's wearing the at least the pants of like what one of the miners look like they would be wearing.
Oh, I see.
Note the dead body that you found was not missing pants.
Yeah, do I know this guy? Or do I recognize him?
It's kind of hard to tell right now, but you have definitely seen this man before. I'm sure if you were able to actually like get him in the light and everything like that, you would probably recognize who he is.
I'll shine the light at him.
Well, that's the thing. Like you already have like the light like on him, like your flashlight on him and everything like that. But it's one of those things where it's like it's still dark. You can see him. You can see his features. I'm talking about like if you got him like out of here and into like a brightly lit room and being able to actually take a good look at him, you would probably you definitely would probably be able to do so. As far as recognizing.
Cool. Well, do I have? Actually, I don't think I necessarily have it in my explicit inventory. I would imagine I keep handcuffs on me.
Yeah, I mean that's just kind of part of the loadout of a lawman.
Gotcha. Well, I'll take mine, and with the sort of one finger of my gun hand, and sort of toss him on the ground near him, and said, "Why don't you outfit yourself with these for me?"
You just kind of like toss them to him or something.
Yeah, I toss them on the ground near him with my gun on him.
He kind of like looks down at them and looks back up at you, and he's like, "Are you here for Mother's sacrifice too?"
No, I am not. I'm here to take you home.
I am home. I'm here for Mother and her children, and we will all be Mother's children.
Really? Well, you can tell them all about it back at the hospital. Everybody's very, very eager to see you.
No, my mother needs me.
Where is Mother? Where is she now?
Mother's here.
You want to take me to her?
Hmm. I don't think Mother would like you very much.
No? Why not?
You stink.
That's not very nice. That's not a very nice thing to say. But tell you what, we've got a little bit of a situation right now. You've hurt somebody. What's your name? Can you tell me your name?
I don't think we have names anymore. We just have smells.
I see. Well, here's the deal. Someone's been hurt, a friend of yours, and we just have to ask you some questions. You're
Yes,
gonna
he tried to stop me from seeing Mother again. And
well,
I couldn't have that. And
well, I'm afraid you're gonna have to answer for that. So
although
you're gonna put on
Mother said it was fine. Everything is okay.
Well, she and I are gonna have to discuss that. But first, you're gonna put on those cuffs. You're gonna come with me back to the colony. Do you understand?
Ah, yes, the colony. Yeah.
Good. So do me a favor, put those on your wrists.
No. Mother doesn't like being restrained.
My friend, my smelly friend, this colony is a very small place, and I'm just one man. I can't leave you here. So something's got to give here. If you're going to give me guff, I might I may be forced to hurt you. I don't want to do that. But if you don't come with me now, things are going to get ugly. A man's dead.
It's just beef. More food for Mother and her children.
So let's see. Can I I'll advance on him.
No, not you though. You smell sour.
Oh, okay. Well, we're going to cut this conversation short. and I'm gonna go ahead and just move in on him. I'm gonna pistol whip this guy.
As you approach him, he lunges at you and just kind of lets out this as high pitched a scream as a male body could possibly make. As he tries to tackle you to the ground.
Well, I was kind of expecting that. Let's see. So we roll initiative then?
Not quite yet. After this initial one, go ahead and roll a close. I'm gonna roll a competitive close combat.
Oh man, can I push that?
Sure. I haven't rolled mine yet, so.
There we go.
Man, like your actual ability dice just don't want to do shit for you today. Okay. He does not. He does not tackle you to the ground. You may. You may react.
Okay. Time to put the hurt on. Woo! Okay, let's see. Check my close combat skills. So, weapons damage rating, I imagine. I mean, if I'm pistol whipping him, what is that? I don't know if there's an improvised
I'm just gonna
weapon.
say it does 1 damage.
And at this point, yeah, I'm gonna say you stop this shit right now.
So it's you like kind of like where do you hit him? You hit him like across the head, kind of like in the back. Like where do you smack him at?
Across the head, if I can, or just I don't know if that's a called shot, but if it isn't, just wherever I land. But I mean it.
I mean, with your like successes from the other one, I'll let you do
that. Okay, then yeah, I give him a good temple graze with my gun steel.
Okay. Does he like smack him across the head? He's like, he goes down and kind of like curls up a little bit, holding his head, and just kind of like starts sobbing a bit.
I'll sigh and pick up my my cuffs, and I'm going to I'm going to sort of forcefully do the whole like knee on the back thing to get him to try and restrain him.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, as he like, start to grab his wrists and everything, put them behind him, he starts screaming. He's like, "No, no! Mother needs her children. Mother and her children are needed. They need their sacrifices. They need their food. They need everybody."
Sure, dude. You need some time in a padded cell, I'm afraid. So let's see, can I get him restrained?
Yeah, the clock to his head kind of has like put him disoriented him enough to where you can restrain him, and he's honestly seems kind of weak anyway. It looks like, kind of like looking him over, you can like even though he has pants on, like he doesn't have a shirt on under like the gown or anything like that, and like you can still kind of like count the ribs on him and everything like that. It doesn't look like he had like eaten in a really long time.
Then yeah, and basically while I'm here, I'm going to I'll sort of reach in my pocket and sort of touch my signature keychain from the old colony I came from, and just sort
Mhm.
of think thoughts about you know the aurora borealis there to try and give myself a little bit of calm my nerves a little bit, so I'll knock
Right.
out a stress level on that.
Okay.
And then I'll start marching him out.
All right.
Cool.
I forgot you said you brought the other deputy guy with you, didn't you?
I did.
Oh, okay. Well, for
Well,
the
you can say that
for
like
for the
hanging out
for
by
the
the
for the retcon of the situation that happened, because I forgot, he instead chilled. You told him to chill out at the entrance.
precisely. Okay.
So yeah, you get back to the entrance where where the deputy is and whatnot, and he looks at you and looks at the guy you have holding. So like, what the hell? What the hell? The your prisoner is still yelling about to let him go. He needs to go see mother.
And I think we got our murderer.
Deputy says, like, this guy's way off his rocker.
Yeah, I'll have to send him to medical. I expect, and get him shot full of some shit before we can charge him. But he's got blood on him, and I don't think it's his. At least most of it isn't. I had to give him a little bit of a noggin tap to make him come, because he lunged at me. But you know me, I don't deal with that shit.
All right, well, I guess to not to avoid a cliche, but I guess this is a pretty open and shut case.
It would seem that way, but let's mind our P's and Q's and get this guy out of the mines at least.
Yeah. So yeah, you go ahead and you head up to through the elevator, bringing him on up as you. Okay, so you get back to the entrance of the level. Do you just go ahead and head up, or are you gonna like call it in from down there?
I mean, I'll call in and announce that we're headed in, just so they know that we have our fugitive from justice secured, and to expect us,
Okay.
and then we'll come up.
All right. So are you gonna take him to the holding cells at the marshal's office, or are you gonna take him to the med ward?
I'll take him to the med ward. I'll let the chief know that. I mean, if just for no other reason than I did, probably give him a concussion. Um, Not that I expect to be like prosecuted or anything, but um, you know, he needs medical help before we can charge him.
Okay. Well, I mean, like they can always bring like medical um to the cells to treat him, but it is up to you where you want to take him.
Yeah, if they don't have a secure ward, then yeah, I'll take. Well, then we'll take him to the cells and have him looked at there.
Okay. All right, so you take him into the cell block, which is no, wait, that's how it was the hit marks and levels. So in the cell block, which is in part of the larger facility in here, there's not a whole lot of cells. There's maybe like a handful, maybe like 5 or 6 actual cells in there because you didn't really when it was built, it was not built on the pretext that that nobody thought you'd be having to lock up a whole bunch of people.
Sure.
So this larger area is kind of a mix of like cubicles and then actual cells.
Cool.
So you bring him in there. You put him in one of the cells. As you close the door, he kind of like runs up to the window, and you can see that he's like screaming something, but the actual cells themselves are soundproof, even though there's an intercom like to talk into them. If it's not pressed in, you can't hear what's going on inside. But you can definitely tell he's like yelling something at you.
Yeah, I imagine he would be. I tell the guys, he's going to tell you a lot of shit about, mothers and children and whatnot, but we'll see what tune he's singing when we've got a little bit of, antipsychotics in him.
Yeah, so one of the other deputies that was at the desk is like, medical's on their way. They should be here in a few minutes.
Good deal.
Yeah, so they eventually...
I'll hang around. Happens.
Yeah. Are you gonna stick around or?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So yeah, couple from the medical ward come in to look at it, to tend to him and everything like that, and they look in to the cells like, what the hell happened to him? Because they see like the blood that's all over him and everything like that.
He said our man killed a dude killed a fellow miner with a pick, and then I unfortunately had to hit him once to subdue him, to bring him in. But he should be physically, he seems fine aside from the noggin tap,
Oh, I'm glad you found Mr. Robinson before. Oh, I guess it was too late. He did hurt somebody, but I guess before he hurt anybody else.
He had that that gown on him when I found him. Is he a patient?
Yeah, a week or so ago, he was found in his apartment. He was supposed to cycle out, but he was found in his apartment, almost completely emaciated, like he hadn't eaten or drink anything in weeks. Had him on an IV and protein drip, trying to get his strength back so that he could go back to Earth on the ship out.
Have you ever? Is this the first time you've ever known someone to go off the deep end, like to refuse or essentially go AWOL from going home to Earth? I've never heard of that happen before.
I mean, like, going into deep space can affect everyone differently. There's been a couple of, cases of psychosis and everything like that, but that's, a couple people crack under stress and everything like that of colony life. It's been known to happen, but nothing this bad unless you've been awake during faster than light travel.
Well, okay. Well, if he's got a otherwise clean bill of health, I'll transfer him to your care.
As you see that, you kind of like look back at the cell and everything like that, and he's just kind of like staring out the window or whatever. His like lips are kind of like curled back further than you've seen a human do before, and he's kind of like baring his teeth. Probably due to the partial emaciation that he's still under, that his lips are curling back as far as they are.
I'll wave at him.
Hmm.
He does seem unwell.
And you see his mouth open and like, breath on the window and everything like that, as I'm sure, based on the action, you're sure he's screaming at you again.
I think he has some sort of fixation on the excavation site. He seems to believe that there's something or someone there that he belongs to.
Is the med techs look at you, is like, is it safe to go in?
The excavation site?
No, in the cell.
Aye. Well, I can go in ahead of you if you prefer.
That would help if you could restrain him completely while we give him a sedative. We can make sure he's, well, as healthy as he could be.
See, do we have something like? We do have stun prods.
Yes. Yes.
If push comes to
you can definitely, if you want to grab one of the you definitely have like various non-lethal ways of subduing people. Like you have like non-lethal riot gear if you really needed it, like stun batons or and stuff like that. So you can either try to just like wrestle him down like you did before, or you can go in and just like.
I'll go in with the stun gun or with the stun baton, and if he doesn't cooperate, then yeah, I'll stun him. The man he did kill someone, so.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So as you go to open the door, you see him kind of like back away again. Now, as the door opens, he's kind of just snarling at you.
And he says, "Believe it or not, I am not your worst enemy here. I'm going to need you to lie down, and we're going to put some restraints on you. That, or I can use my little friend here, and I give have the little."
He lunges at you again.
Okay, zap.
Do
we want to roll for that?
Go ahead and give a close combat thing real quick, because I want to see if it's if you actually get him or if something else happens.
Gotcha. Hooray.
Okay. All right. You tied.
Well, he is.
I usually go to the defender, right?
Yeah, and I do have a electric cattle prod, and he has his own flesh. So unless he's wearing rubber or something, it's probably not going to turn out well for him.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So you can go ahead and react. I'll go ahead and say you stun him as he falls to the floor.
All right, and then I'll haul him to the bed, and if they're restraints, I'll put him in the restraints, and have the the medical team come in.
So you handcuff him again, and medical team comes in and kind of like gives him a shot of, you know, various a cocktail of sorts is what's usually in there to make people calm down. And then says that, you know, we need they need to move him back into the med bay, and if one of the marshals wouldn't mind sticking around to guard him so he doesn't escape again. Apparently he's been they don't know how long he's actually been missing, but the last time he was seen was about about 6 hours ago. When they went to, when he was when they went to change his IV and make sure he had everything that he needed.
Sorry, I had to plug my laptop in and lost the last like 30 seconds. But basically, he went AWOL 6 hours ago.
Yeah.
He said.
Well, the last time he was seen was like 6 hours ago.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I mean, that seems like enough time to, you know, I guess it's curious that he was able to get to the mine from here without being detected. But I guess stranger things have happened. But yeah. Well, do you need? Yeah, I'll have one of the other deputies, like babysit him at least until we can determine that he's well enough to cage here.
Okay. So yeah,
All in a day's
they put him
work.
on a stretcher, with they, you know, do the padded like Velcro constraints and everything like that, and start wheeling him to the back to the med bay.
Name Mr. Robinson.
Yeah.
Well, see you later, Mr. Robinson.
Okay. Jukes.
That's me.
So, in this meantime, you've met up with Robin and been having a fairly nice time of it. She actually kind of dolled herself up a bit and is actually looking rather nice. When kind of after about an hour or so, she gets a page, and she goes from kind of being happy and jovial to she kind of just like looks at it and goes, "Oh shit."
What's wrong?
They found him.
Oh, that's good, right?
Uh, yes and no. Yes, it's good that they found him. They apparently found him down in the mines, and he apparently killed somebody.
Oh. Do you want me to come with you? You know, in case there's any more danger?
She looks at you and is like, "No, no. It looks the Kathy said that the marshals have been handling it and they've got a guard, but I apparently need to go make a statement about what happened since I was on shift when he disappeared." Like, look, I've been having a lot of fun, and I'm just for a guy. I just wanna ask you, is like, what is this exactly to you?
he says this, and he's like kind of like doing the pointing between himself and her.
Yeah, look, I knew we were going to be posted together after, we had our thing, and I honestly didn't expect to see you again unless you got injured or something like that. So, yeah, what is this? I
Truthfully,
I made a decision to try it out and see where it goes, but we've been kind of hanging out for a week. Yeah, I know I've been kind of teaching you things and whatnot, but we've also we've also gone out a couple times now, and I just want to know where your head's at in this. Because whenever we kind of get into this situation, of even when I asked you out for drinks earlier, you got a little standoffish, and I just want to know if I am wasting my time.
I see. Yeah, yeah. Look, I don't want to waste your time. Uh, don't get me wrong. I've been pleasantly surprised. Um, but yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to mislead you. I'm he like clears his throat. Yeah, I think it'd be best if maybe we just left things as is. Um, Out of character, he's not lying per se, but he's definitely trying to hide the fact that he doesn't want to break this off, but he thinks that it's the quote unquote right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. Is that something you feel I should uh, roll for to try to essentially mask those feelings?
Um, Not necessarily. I mean,
Okay.
if you just kind of like, yeah, go ahead and say that, yeah, that you don't want to waste her time.
Yep.
She'll take that at,
Face value.
face value. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, that is what he says.
Like,
Dramatic look to the side kind of thing.
oh, like, okay. All right. Well, I gotta go. And she, finishes her drink and then heads off.
Hey Robin,
She
I just wanted to say thanks.
Yeah. And she walks off.
And Jukes will sit alone, sipping his drink. The dreams, the daydreams that have been distracting him seem to be distracting him a little less right now.
Mm-hmm. And that's where we're going to end it for tonight.
Already.
Cool.
Yeah, little bit shorter than what we do normally, but only about like 30 minutes, so not too bad. But
Yeah.
I feel that was enough suspense and drama to leave on a decent cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so XPs. Let's see what we got. Here's the little list.
Oh, yeah. I don't.
Scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. It's in here somewhere.
There it is.
Ah,
Scroll. Paste. Ah, there we go.
All right, so obviously everybody gets one for participating in the session. Risk or sacrifice anything to further your personal agenda. Don't think anybody did that.
Clearly, Nelson did. I mean, that was quite a close call.
Would it be fair to say Juke sacrificed a relationship for a personal agenda? Or is that not enough of a risk/sacrifice?
No, that was more just kind of a
Fair enough.
like, unless like your current agenda had changed to like pursue like your relationship, then no. Bitch. I'm gonna assume that your agenda had not really changed that much.
No. The agenda was the same.
Yeah.
I was thinking sacrificing the relationship for the personal agenda of, seeking.
Right. No,
So-
I would not.
Yep. Okay. Just checking.
All right. Nobody really risked their life for a buddy or stood up to a rival. Ransom, you made a panic roll today, so you get an XP for that.
Nice.
And I guess you technically overcame a dangerous event. I mean, you were attacked by a raving psychopath.
Yes.
Significant discovery or revelation.
Solved the murder. That counts.
Yeah, I'll give you that. And, Jukes, I'll give you a point for that, too, since you kind of found that information out. Jace, you'll eventually get that information, like, through the grapevine about what happened, so I'll give you a point for that one as well. And... perform an extraordinary action. Not really. Nelson, you had the chance to earn that one, but you decided to say fuck to me.
Timmy. He doesn't deserve it.
And
Oh,
nobody
yeah.
earned any money.
I did. I mean, I would argue. Well, I wouldn't necessarily argue, but I mean, it's up to you whether retrieving a murderer from an ancient ruin is extraordinary. I mean, it is part of my job, and also I didn't earn money so much as like earn my wage. So
Yeah. You guys I gave you guys the XP of earning money before we had the little time skip thing. For
Gotcha.
basically your wage earnings. So you guys got that last time. And you guys also got like 8 XP last session too. So.
True. Yeah. Fair. Okay, sweet.
But yeah, so that'll do it. Any questions, comments, or anything like that?
Not that I know of.
Anything that you want to ask me about something your character wants to do starting next session that you want me to plan for? You can ask me that now, or you can just like DM me later if you have something like that.
Possibly. Next session, was your intent to start the beginning of the next day?
More or less.
Okay, so the reason I ask is that especially potentially now, Jukes might try to sneak off in the middle of the night to do his own pre-exploring, so to speak.
Okay.
Kind of like it's when he's like it's on his mind now. It's or like rather he might not be able to sleep kind of thing and might rationalize to himself that he can't wait to, get a head start.
Okay. So you're gonna try and sneak into the ruins in the middle of the night, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I
Ransom
will not give you an answer onto that right now. I may just pick up with that on the next session, or I might talk to you about it over the next couple weeks.
No problem. Yeah, and even if that, for whatever reason, isn't an option, that's fine too. Just that was something that was on my mind for my character.
Okay.
So.
And Ransom will probably go back to the ruins at some point because he's curious.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, if nothing else, I will see you all next time.
Alrighty.
Cool.
Alright. Hope everybody enjoyed. And
Yeah.
I saw some of the GIF reactions that you guys were making during the incident. It is always funny to see the little GIFs that y'all put in there during
For those people watching on YouTube, they're going to be completely clueless as to the behind the scenes.
Oh, yes.
All right, then.
Alright.
I will see you guys next time.
Okay.
Right on.
Y'all take it easy.
You
All
too.
right. Later.
Bye.